All right, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, sound looks good. Okay, guys, welcome to Dftg 1317 AutoCAD architecture. And today we're actually going to start drawing the interior elevations. But right now, as you can see on my screen, I have the wall sections open. And for one reason, wall section 1B, we're actually going to update this one. All right, and I'll show you guys why. That wall section, if I'm not mistaken, we actually cut that wall section like right through this wall right here. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit different because as you can see, you have one roof line, you have one wall right here, and then you have another roof line, and you have another wall right here, and then you're showing your solar panels on the roof. So this is just a typical wall section. I drew it this way to kind of get you guys acclimated to how we draw wall sections, but we're going to update this one, and we're going to issue it as an addenda for you guys to actually have the correct wall section for this actual configuration right here. As you can see, we'll show one right here, and then we'll have another one that's shown right here. So what we'll do is we'll have this guy, okay, because that's basically and essentially how it's going to be. This wall is going to go all the way down. If we look at the first floor, we'll actually see how that wall is actually corresponding from the first floor to the second floor. And what we're going to do is we're going to make that configuration, those updates, so you guys can have exactly what you need to have for your full set of construction documents. But for today, we're actually going to do interior elevation. So let's go ahead and jump right in. First things first, I'm going to bring in some interior elevations from the Rivet file that I brought in this building section from. So I'm going to send that guys out. I'm going to send it out to you guys in a PDF, and I'm also going to send the actual CAD file out to you guys. So let's go ahead and bring that in. All right, guys, so for your interior elevations, okay, we can keep this section file open because I'm probably going to update that in this drawing. Let's go ahead and open up the original first and second floor plan drawing. We're going to bring our interior elevations in there, and we're going to project our lines down there. So what you're going to do is go where your files are saved, and just open up that, if I'm not mistaken, it was, yeah, this file, Model A. We have elevations, and we have elevations 2. These are the two files that we're going to bring in, okay? So you can actually utilize that as a guide as you actually produce your interior elevations for this residence. So keep the section file open. Let's see something. What's in here? Okay. So let's go ahead and open up this guy, Dftg Model A. And this is the file where we have our original first and second floor plans, okay? So what you want to do is let's go ahead and copy these guys down. Hit CO for copy. And copy it with the blue divider line. Just copy it down. Now what you want to do is you want to open up the interior elevations A and the interior elevations B file. So I'm going to send this guys out in the announcement. These two guys here. This is interior elevations 1 and interior elevations 2. Okay. So what I want you to do at this time, go back to your 1317 Model A drawing, and then, well, before you do that, you want to go to interior elevations 1, highlight all of the line work there, right click and copy it, go to clipboard and go to copy, and then come to your Model A drawing or your original first and second floor plan drawing, and hit Control V to paste that drawing in. And this is what you're going to use as a go-by when you're actually producing your interior elevation. So bring both of those guys in so you can actually go ahead and close out the interior elevations file once you copy them into your first and second floor plan file. All right, let's go ahead and copy interior elevations 2 in. Now you can close the interior elevations 2 drawing out. No. And let's go ahead and check the sound. Okay, sound is good. All right, so first things first, we're gonna draw interior elevations of the, let's just say the kitchen, okay? And what you're gonna do is, let's take this little marker right here. Well, let's see, what do we have on, let me go back to my Rivet file. Because we don't have the template for the tags, we're gonna bring the tags in from Rivet. So go to your, well, just follow me right here. And let's see if I have any tags in this file. Yes. So these are the tags we're going to copy in. So I'm going to select them and turn them on. So when I export this file, these tags will come in, and you can actually have this tag. I'll include it in the interior elevations 1 and 2 drawings for you guys. So you're going to right click and you're going to select unhide in view. And I'm talking like I'm teaching my Rivet course. Now, what you want to do is, let me go ahead and export this guy. Let's see, we'll just name this Model A tags. Okay, now we can minimize this guy, and we can go back to our CAD file. Let's go ahead and open up that drawing. I'm going to send you all of the 3 drawings. I'm going to send you interior 1, interior 2, and the Model A tag drawing that you're just going to copy the tag out of. Because AutoCAD, typically CADs are inserted as blocks. So typically you would actually draw them and create the blocks. In most places that you'll go and actually work for, they'll have these things already set up for you. So you'll just go to where they have them saved, you'll drag and drop them into your drawing, and then from there you'll proceed work, okay? So, but for now, let's just bring them into our drawing. Typically I could actually copy this guy in and explode it and use that guy. In fact, you know what? Just to keep things a little bit simpler, let's do it that way, okay? Let's go ahead and explode this. Let's take this and this guy and rotate it. Now this will be used for your interior elevations tag. So let's go ahead and move it, okay? And what this tag does is, and let's scale it down some, because I think it's a little bit big. Yeah, we'll do something like that, okay? Then delete this little line here. Now let's create the block. So you're gonna type in BLOCK, and you're gonna say interior tag. Go ahead and select the objects, and click OK. Or actually, no, undo that. And move the letter out, because these are gonna change. And let's make sure this line is straight. It's not. So let's move it out. Then let's draw a line here. So BLOCK, go ahead and turn this back into a block. Say tag 2. Then you want to select objects, and then select this guy, enter, and click OK. Now let's go ahead and move this tag over to the kitchen. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw interior elevations of this south wall in the kitchen first. Then we'll draw interior elevations of this east wall in the kitchen. And then I'll let you guys draw interior elevations of the restroom at the second floor, both restrooms at the second floor. I'll have you guys draw the interior elevations there. That's why I brought these two in. Typically, you'll elevate the kitchen and you'll also elevate the restroom. So everything is pertinent, and that's why I brought these in, because these counter heights, okay, and these ceiling heights are very pertinent. 3 foot is the typical counter height for all of your millwork in restrooms and in your kitchen, okay. It is a standard ADA height. If this house were, let's just say, for someone that was in a wheelchair, then that countertop would actually have to be lower. It would be something like 2'6" or 2'8", okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and proceed with these drawings. So now you want to rotate this guy to point down. Let's go ahead and copy this guy up. So you have one here, and then you have one there. And let's rotate this guy to point towards the east wall. Okay. And you can move it over closer to the east wall. So this is what will show in your floor plan. Okay. The arrow is pointing towards the wall that's being elevated. So this is elevation number 1, and this is interior elevation number 2. So then you would take this number here, or right now we have a letter, and I kept it because this is the size we want it to be, and you'll rotate it, then double click and override it. It's interior elevation 1. Let's go ahead and move this in to this interior elevation block. Let's go ahead and move it down. Now let's copy this up to the second one. And you want to turn off the ortho off to kind of free it up. And this is interior elevation number 2. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take our blue divider line and copy it down. Turn the ortho back on. And let's copy the first floor plan down. And let's copy these guys. Let's copy this one down because we're going to elevate the kitchen. And again, we'll use this one as a go-by. Okay, so typically when we actually drew the sections, we X-reference these drawings in. For this one, because we're doing interior elevations, we don't have to X-reference them in, but I will do that for sections because we need to make sure that things are not moving. In most cases, if something does change on the interior elevation, the update is the time that it requires to make an interior change is so minimal that it's not really pertinent. You know what I'm saying? You can make these updates in 5 minutes, right? So for this one, we're just going to utilize the drawings that are already in the drawing file, okay? And let's check the sound, make sure the sound is still good. Okay, sound is good. So we want to elevate this guy. So let's go ahead and copy the whole kitchen. So hit CO for copy. Let's go ahead and copy this whole guy right here, okay? Let's copy it down. And let's go ahead and delete the floor plan because we don't need anything but the kitchen. We can delete these dimensions. And typically all you need is this wall and this wall. So we'll go ahead and get everything set up and ready. And it works just like we drew the exterior elevations. You're going to project the lines down. Okay? Let's go ahead and delete the restroom. We don't need it for this one. Again, we're just doing the kitchen.
Did you really do Santa's plan? this water too? Yeah.
Do this. Please do this. Oh my God.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
You guys have no clue. This guy. Okay, here we go. Now, let's go ahead and delete the kitchen tag. And let's go ahead and copy this guy over. Okay. All right, let's copy this guy. All right, so now you want to take this guy and let's mirror it. Okay, so you want to select it. When you type in MI for mirror, hit enter. Let's go ahead and delete this. Now, let's go ahead and move this. Move it down a little bit. And let's go ahead and draw a divider line right between here. Let's go ahead and trim the exterior wall lines right here. All right, so now this is how we're going to project this down. So we're going to show the interior kitchen counter. So let's go ahead and hit RAY. Let's go ahead and project this line down. And let's go ahead and project this line down. All right, now let's get this interior elevation set up for drawing. So now let's go ahead and we can rotate this one, RO. Select it. Let's grab this corner, the bottom right corner, and let's rotate it twice, just like that. And let's go ahead and draw a divider line here. Let's go ahead and trim it here, here, here. Let's go ahead and trim all of this. Explode the window, even though, well, the window is not pertinent. You can delete it. Let's go ahead and delete all of this. Let's go ahead and trim the lines. And let's go ahead and type in RAY for ray. Let's draw a ray eastward. Okay. Let's go ahead and move this one down so it's in alignment with the first setup.
And guess what, Megan? You're 0-3. All your kids are assholes.
Go ahead and select this line and you can delete it now. Let's go ahead and move it. Now let's project our lines down. So you're going to type in RAY. Let's go ahead and project them down.
Y'all done kicked CJ out of the house.
And let's take this guy. Let's delete the elevations dimensions at the bottom. And this is our floor line. Let's go ahead and just put it on a layer that can actually be seen, if it will allow us. Oh, change the color. The color is set to 250. Let's go ahead and change the color to by layer. Let's go ahead and move this line down. All right. And this is the kitchen counter. So let's go ahead and project this line over. And we all know that that counter height is 3 foot. So that's our starting point. All right, guys, sound check. All right, everything's good. All right, so let's go ahead and draw the interior elevation. So first things first, we have the counter height drawn in. Let's go ahead and project the lines down for the sink. So you can hit RAY. Let's go ahead and project this line down. And let's project the other line down. Okay, let's project the second line down. All right, so there's our kitchen sink. Okay, so typically you would go ahead and draw in, the same type of deal that we have here. But because I'm giving this to you guys, you can actually just go ahead. Let's take these two doors and copy them over. Okay. And typically, when you say when you do go to work for someone in a firm, okay, they're gonna have all of this stuff as standard templates set up for you. Okay, so you'll probably never like actually sit and draw cabinet doors. They have stuff like that already set up on templates for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's drop these right here, and we'll have to make some adjustment because this kitchen sink and this millwork is a little bit smaller than the one we're copying over. So what we want to do is we want to project a center line down. Okay, so draw that line right here, then trim it, and then type in Ray, and let's go ahead and project that line down. Okay, and let's go ahead and center this guy up on that line that we projected down. So now we go here, M for move, and this is the extent of our cabinet. So let's go ahead and use the stretch command, and let's grab these purple lines and stretch them over here. Okay, let's same on the left side. Let's go ahead and grab these lines and stretch them over here. All right. Now we see we have an extra line there. We can delete that one. And the cabinet doors are fine, but if we're showing, let's do a DI, okay? If we're showing a 2-inch dimension here, then we need the same thing on this side. Let's take this line and offset it 2 inches. Let's do the same thing on this side. Now we can use the stretch command again. And let's go ahead and stretch these lines of the cabinet door to right here. Now let's go ahead and stretch these lines to right here. And now we can take our lines that we have projected down and we can delete them. So this is the center of the kitchen sink, okay? Let's take these lines and we can delete them out. Let's take this line and we can delete them out. And what we'll do is once we get everything drawn, we'll go ahead and get everything set up on the proper layers, okay? We'll use the proper layers. But that's what it's gonna look like. You have a kitchen sink there. You also have a window. So let's take this window right here and copy it over. And right now we can leave it set at the height that we're copying it over at, because right now this countertop we're going to have a 4-inch backsplash. So type in offset and type in 4-inch. So your backsplash is going to be right there. All right. Let's go ahead and copy over the credentials for the kitchen sink. So you're going to hit CO for copy. And let's use this top left-hand corner of the right cabinet as a reference point. Let's go ahead and copy this guy over. And that is exactly how your countertop is going to look. So what you'll have here is, let's go ahead and just draw a line up right here. We'll go back and we'll put it on the correct layer. Now let's trim these lines just like that. Not that one. Trim these lines. And trim it here. Trim it here. Trim it here and here. Okay. Now, most countertops, this is your countertop height. So let's go ahead and show the thickness of the countertop. Most countertops have a 2-inch thickness, so we'll draw that at 2 inches. So you're going to type in over offset and hit 2 for 2 inches and offset this line down. Okay. So there's our countertop. And let's go ahead and let's offset this line here a 1/2 inch. So essentially it'll be something like that. So let's trim these guys here. Let's extend these guys here. Let's go ahead and take this line and stretch it over. And we'll do the same thing here. Trim it here and stretch. All right, so essentially that's how your kitchen sink is actually going to show. We just need to go ahead and place these things on the proper layer, but as stated, we'll actually show that. We'll do that all at once. Let's get everything drawn in. I like to draw it first. So now let's go ahead and let's take this window frame and explode it. And then you want to select it and then hit the space bar to act. We may have to redraw it. I don't know what properties Rivet used to bring it in. Continue. Sound check. Everything's good. Okay. Awesome. So typically you will have a vertical line at the bottom that actually shows the toe kick. Okay. So let's go ahead and select this line and select this line. As you can see, it's on a sight setback line. Let's see if we have any interior. And most of the time we could just use the same layers that we use for the we can use the exterior elevation layers for that. Okay, hold on one second. Okay guys, let's go ahead and continue. All right, now we've gotten the window in place. Next thing we want to do, we want to go ahead and show these are cabinets, and the rest all over this cabinets. We have some upper cabinet work, but let's go ahead and finish drawing the rest of the cabinets. So let's go ahead and draw a line right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and delete our lines that we projected across horizontally because we don't need those lines anymore. All right. So right now it's just cabinet work. Okay, if we can look at the floor plan here, we actually are showing, this looks like a dishwasher here. And this could be an ice maker or something like that. Typically not next to the stove. It's probably just drawers and just cabinet work. So yeah, let's just, we're just gonna throw some counters in there, okay? We'll just throw some counters in there. So this is all countering. So let's go ahead and draw these lines here. Over. And I know we just deleted them, but we didn't need those ray lines. Okay. The countertop is going to be consistent all the way across. And in fact, let's go here. I want to make sure. Let me say something, because this is where we actually brought the drawings in from. Okay, yeah, so it's all cabinet work. This is what we're showing here. Okay. So yeah, right now it's all cabinet work. And I think what we were showing the stove, let's go back to the floor plan. I don't know why AutoCAD keeps jumping like that. Okay, yeah, so here's the stove right here. So yes, the rest of this is just all cabinetry. It's all cabinet work, okay? So let's go ahead and draw that in. And typically we'll just copy what we already drawn because it's going to be consistent all the way across. We may have some that are smaller than others. It just depends on how we would like to kind of parse those out. So let's go ahead and move these guys over here. Let's go ahead and just bring these over. We want to copy them, not move them. So let's go ahead and take this line. First things first, let's take this line and offset it 2 inches. I needed to do this anyway. Actually, let's offset it 4 inches. Because this is where this is the spacing that we're gonna have between cabinetry. Let's go ahead and CO copy. Right. Let's go ahead and copy this over. Okay. And let's go ahead and copy one more over. This one on the end is probably going to be a little bit smaller than the others. And use this cabinet as a reference point. Let's use the bottom left corner of this cabinet as a reference point. And then let's go ahead and copy this over here. Okay. So yeah, this one is a little bit small, so we'd like a little bit big. So we'd like to have that 4-inch threshold. So offset this guy 4 inches. Now let's take this and move it over. This is the knob that actually is going to be utilized to open the cabinet. You can take this and put it in this corner, okay, because this one's going to swing out. And let's see, DI. Okay, yeah, 4 inches. Now, here, let's leave it at 2 inches here, okay? So you want to offset, type in 2 for 2 inches, and offset this line 2 inches, okay? Now, let's go ahead and take this corner and stretch it. And that's how that cabinet is going to be on the end. And now we have to do the same thing on this side. So let's go ahead and take this line this vertical line right here and offset it 2 inches. Okay. And let's take these two cabinets here and copy them over. Yeah. CO for copy. Let's go ahead and delete that line now. And then let's take this last one and we can copy just the one over, and we're going to have to modify it just like we did the other one. And let's take this line and offset it 2 inches. Now we can stretch this guy just like we did on the opposite end. And typically we could mirror this, but it's not symmetrical, so there's no way that we could actually perform that action at this time. If it was symmetrical, then we probably could, and actually just may be symmetrical. However, so that's what your kitchen is going to look like. Okay, we have our window. Now we have to go ahead and draw in our upper cabinet work. Okay, now typically the upper cabinets are typically 1'6" above the countertop. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll just copy these guys. Just copy this one over right here. Okay. So typically you'll have one here. Okay. Let's go ahead and project the lines down where the cabinets are, R-A-Y. So this is the edge of the cabinet on this side, and this is the edge of the cabinet on this side. And typically they should be 1 or 2 inches away from the window. But first things first, let's go ahead and move this guy over a little bit. And then we're going to actually modify our window to reflect the window size that we're showing in our floor plan. Okay, so let's go ahead and select this guy. Then deselect the line that's been projected down. Let's go ahead and move it over. Okay, so you grab it here. It's going to be just like that. This is the trim work at the bottom and the trim work at the top. So we're showing crown molding at the top. It's going to be a little bit different, or it's going to, supersede our line that we are projected down. Okay, now, first things first, let's project the correct window size down. So let's go ahead and type in R-A-Y. Let's go ahead and project this line down. And then let's go ahead and project this line down as well. Let's go ahead and delete this line. Let's go ahead and delete this line. We've already got our cabinets lined up. Now, this is where our window should be. So let's go ahead and explode. Well, we don't have to. We already exploded it. So let's go ahead and stretch the window over. So you want to make sure you select all the points that need to move. Okay? And let's go ahead and grab it right here and pull it over. And let's do the same thing on the other side. And we can actually delete that. Yeah, let's go ahead and delete that. Now, let's go ahead and stretch this side. So type in S and hit the space bar. Let's go ahead and stretch this guy over to right here. Okay. And there is your correct window size. Looks like I deleted my cabinet, so we can go ahead and actually take this guy and mirror it over. Okay, now, so there is, all right, now let's take this line and stretch it all the way over. Actually, we can delete this one. All right, and now we're showing our cabinet work that goes all the way to the wall right here. Okay, so what we'll do is let's go ahead and explode this. Because what's happening is this is going to terminate at the wall now. Stretch over here. Yeah. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, sound check. Sound check's good. All right, guys, let's continue. So now that we have the cabinet centered on the right side, like we have it, or placed on the right side, like we have it shown on the left, let's go ahead and continue. So let's go ahead and explode the crown molding here. Let's select this guy here. Let's go ahead and delete. And I may just draw one and get to see if you guys can draw the other. Because really, these interior elevations are quite simple. They don't take a whole lot. They do not require a whole lot. Okay, so here, let's go ahead and delete the angled line here. And let's go ahead and we'll leave that line right there. Okay, now, what we want to do is we want to take, and let's copy these lines. We're going to select them. Copy. Let's place it right there. Okay. Or actually, let's undo that because it snapped to something that I did not want to snap to. So you want it CO for copy. Let's deselect this line. Okay, now let's take this guy and make sure it doesn't snap to the north portion of the cabinet. And let's go ahead and place it right here. Okay. Yep, just like that. Jeez. Got something going on with my mouse. All right, let's clean it up. So let's go ahead and trim here. And let's take this line and copy it over. There it is. Okay, now we got that line copied over. And let's go ahead and stretch these two bottom lines past the wall and then clean them up at TR, trim.
Because I woke up at 3:30 because I used to take a shower. I was like, went back to sleep for 30 minutes and woke up again. I thought I was just going to mess with my hair a little bit. Maybe it was never good. That's not how it works. Dude, remember you had like the same haircut you do now, just like a lot, it was like that. It looked like that in the front, and then you were like, it's uneven because of my cow, but and then it was just
All right, so on the end, on this side and on this side, we'll have these filler panels, okay? And actually, let's go ahead and offset this bottom line 9 feet because our ceiling heights in that location are going to be 9 feet. Or make them 10 feet.
the worst thing I ever did was listen to Silence.
Yeah, 10 feet ceiling heights. Let's go ahead and delete this line or trim it here, here, and here. And you know, we drew these, but now we have them on the left side or the right side already. So let's delete this just to save a little time. And let's go ahead and select these lines here and let's mirror them. So type in MI for mirror, select the center point of this line, pull up, right click, click no. And now we have our upper cabinetry drawn in, and we have our window centered over the countertop, and we have our base cabinets already shown at the bottom. We can delete this line here. We can delete this line here. Okay. So there is your interior elevation. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get all of our line work set up on layers, and then we'll go ahead and we will add some interior and exterior dimensions.
She was like, yeah, so you're gonna make $8 an hour, this is what you're gonna do. So I had to get an okay from her before I could hire. That's why y'all not hire because of the status. And I had 3 other people in training, James was still in training, James was back. So Jamie quit, and as soon as Jamie quit, I got hit it because I was waiting for him to train, so I was training him. You weren't there when Andy. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I was here. I would remember this guy sitting on.
Okay. So now let's go ahead and place these on a. We can use our exterior elevation layers. So let's put it on the exterior columns layer, just our bounding lines for our walls.
This one has no stability.
Okay. So there's your interior elevation. Okay. Now let's go ahead and put this line work on something. Let's see. For our cabinets, we want to place that on. Let's see. Exterior elevation. Tim. So you want to place this on, put that on the chimney layer. All right, guys, let's continue. So yeah, we'll place that on a chimney layer. Okay, and the reason I'm doing this is because this is typically what, you know what, let's go ahead and see something. Let's go here. Let's go ahead and actually place it on that chimney layer. Let's see. There it is. So it's on that chimney. Let's go to layer property managers. They used to have a duplicate layer. This one doesn't have it. Ay, ay, ay. All right, so let's go ahead and go to, we are not showing the chimney, so we can rename this one. We can say A elevation cabinet. Now let's go ahead and just place it on, well, it's already on there. Okay. Now we can take this guy, we can put it on a window layer. And I absolutely hate when my mouse is not working right. It's like my wheel is missing. It's actually slowing me down. I'm having to press down very hard to actually get it to move like I want it to move. Just go ahead and place this on let's see if we can find a window later. God, I don't like that green color. But let's put it on there. And then here we can just come and select a different color for the window. Put it on cyan. Okay. If you miss something, you can select MA and match property. Make sure you have it selected on the right one. And this should be actually set on a counter layer. Let's see. Oh, there it is. A elevation cabinet. We can put it on columns. Okay. And then let's go here and put it on A columns. And then let's go here and let's change the name. A elevation cabinet. Oh, where? Say it's already in use. Oh, there is one. So go here. Let's go ahead and select this guy. But I don't like that layer. Let's put it on this yellow. And let's go ahead and hit MA for match. And let's put all of our cabinets on that layer. what's this? 8 columns. There must be a counter. Cabinet columns, concrete dimension, doors, floor grade, structural, wall text, mirror, lighting, dimensions, bath cabinets, cabinet pools. Let's put it on the A elevation non-structural layer. And actually, let's go to that layer. And then let's go here. And let's just rename it. A elevation counter. Alright, and take it off this ugly 112 color. And let's put it on something a little bit more substantial. Let's go with color 127. Click OK. Alright, then hit MA. Let's go ahead and delete. Let's go ahead and stretch this guy. Okay. So we got everything except for the kitchen sink. And let's A elevation kitchen appliance. Yes. We could take these and put it on A elevation kitchen cabinet pool. A elevation kitchen cabinet pools. Put this on by layer. Hit MA. And select all of your pools and put them on A elevation kitchen cabinet pool. Okay. And let's do the same thing. Yeah, A elevation cabinets. You know what? Let's put these on the same layer. We have two separate ones because I guess I didn't see that one that had been created already. But let's put these on that later. And there's one thing we're going to have to do. We're going to put 10-foot ceiling heights in every room, okay? 10-foot ceiling heights on all your interior elevations. Okay, so there you have it. That is your interior elevation in the kitchen, at the kitchen sink. I saw something there, okay. So let's do a save as. And let's see something. Dimensions. A plan dimension. Let's put it on that layer. And let's go ahead and add our dimensions in. Okay. So you want to actually drop one here. You want to go to the top of the counter. Not there, but here. Okay, then you want to add another one here. Oh, I forgot AutoCAD doesn't work like Rivet. I think it's something out of Rivet. Let's go ahead and dimension. I'm going to go to here. Click and drag it out. Okay, same thing. You want to go from here to here to tell the contractor we have that 1'6". Then you want to go from here to the top of the crown molding. All right, 3'9". Then you want to go from here to the ceiling. for 9. Then you want to do an overall. That one's a little bit off. Let's see. Right. Okay. And now for the, let's see. Did I delete it? Oh, remove it. Okay. I like that. Let's see. Let's put these dimensions. Let's see if we can match them to. Yeah, let's use that dimension here. Okay. Yeah, that's more comfortable. So now what we'll do here is the only thing we really need to show, we don't need to actually dimension each cabinet. We just need to have an overall dimension. But what I do want to show is, let's do it just like this. Let's add a dimension here. Okay. And let's drop one right here. Okay, just like that. To kind of show us that this is where the sink is located.
Oh no, I saw that look on your face. Yeah, we don't have that. Oh, she said it was 7. Alright, that's cool. Just give me a medium large.
Actually, let's just take it out. We don't really need to show it. I just wanted to see something. Just put one overall here. Just like this. Hit MA. Let's match this guy. Select it here. And come over here and change the precision. You'll see the precision setting in your properties menu. See how it's set to 1/32? Let's change your precision setting to 1/2 inch or 0, 0. We'll keep it clean on the interior elevations. Let's go ahead and move this guy up some. All right, so listen, there's your interior elevations. Now what you want to do is, like we have drawn in, you want to call things out, okay? Granite countertop, okay? You want to call it for, it's not going to be a whole lot shown here. So really all you would say is TEXT. You just come here. Make sure it's all caps. Hit MA. Match the one that came in with it. You want to come here. All right, let's move these two guys up. Line them up. And then move them over into the drawing. Okay. And then you want to copy it over. That's the only thing you really need to call out here is the countertop. Okay, so you have a granite countertop here, you have a granite countertop here. There is, this is a window. I mean, everything is typical, right? So, you know, he's calling this out as 48-inch refrigerator. So that's really all we need to call out, okay? It's a granite countertop. So type in LE for liter. And let's match the liters that we have shown. Let's just say on the roof plan. And we'll go back and we'll just change the scale because it's going to be a little bit big in the interior. Oh, LE. Make sure you type in LE. Then come back MA. Go to the rooftop. Hold on, something's not showing up right here. Let's see, LE. Q leader. And function F8 to actually turn the author off. And function F8 to turn it back on. Let's just click it and change the leader here. Close field. I don't know why my leaders are not working properly. See if it changed. It's a wonderful day. Where's that site drawing? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, don't know why that's not showing up like it should. But what you can do is just take these guys and copy it down. Sometimes you just have to see what the properties are on this one. Arrow size 1'9". So let's say 1 foot. Yeah, it should get smaller. Okay, so just copy this guy down. And then we can troubleshoot it while we actually have it here. LB. Okay, I don't know why, but this is what we're gonna do. Delete that one. Sometimes AutoCAD will glitch as well. Type in LE, click here, click there, just like that. I don't understand that. I think it doesn't like the 2 segment lines. So let's go LE. So LE. I don't understand it. Okay. Sometimes AutoCAD has a mind of its own. Okay, so this is at 1 inch. Let's just change this to 6 inches. Make it very small. Actually change it to 2 inches. Yeah, something like that. Just go ahead and move it down to where it's in the counter, and then let's rotate it. Sometimes you have to know how to fudge things, if that makes sense. When you're dealing with these software, sometimes they don't fly right, if that makes sense. Okay, and then you can just draw a line here, just like that. And then you can copy this, move it up, make sure it's pointing to the counter, and copy this guy over. Okay, so there is your interior elevation, all set up on layers, all dimension, everything is symmetrical as it regards the counter, top cabinets, and the cabinets that are above. So really that's all you have to do here. I'll ask you guys we'll do interior elevations for the other side of the kitchen, which actually shows us the stove here. This is the refrigerator, okay? So you can just copy what we have here for that one. Here's the stove, call it the range. Here's the refrigerator, 48-inch refrigerator. We're going to have 10-foot ceilings all throughout the house, okay? So go ahead and draw that one. And then at the second floor, we want you guys to draw, we need interior elevations at the restroom. Actually, I will go ahead and get those set up now so you guys can know. We'll have one right here, okay? And I'll put some go-bys in there for interior elevations. In fact, let's see if we have some here. These are just door types. We'll actually get to some of the door types when let me see something. I'm trying to get, maybe I have to go to another file. Let's see, file, open, desktop. Let's see, maybe I can grab something out of Aberdale and let you guys use that, which is a much bigger project. Let's see, hold on one second. Okay, yeah. Volume still working good? Okay, awesome. Okay, so this is another project that I actually did a contract with. It's very huge. I did not want to kind of show you guys this one because it could get confusing. Uh, Essentially, this is what it looks like in 3D. Very, very huge project. After you guys take this course, you should definitely sign up for my Revit course. Okay. Um, but we have two stories here: first floor plan and second floor plan. And I think we have some interior elevations at the second and first floor. Let's see. Maybe this was not in this one. I was trying to actually see if we could show you guys a little something. Let's find the restroom. I think we have one here. And I know we did, let's just go to the interior elevations. Yeah. And you know what, let me go to a later version. This one we hadn't drawn interior elevations just yet. Let's go to a later version. No, I don't want to save it. We can close this one out. I'm going to get some interior elevations. I'm trying to the only reason why I'm leaving this in the screen recorder is to kind of show you guys what I want you to draw. Because we're showing tubs and things, right? So I think this one was the latest, greatest Aberdale, yes. go to the first floor plan. Yeah, so you have a bunch of interior elevations on this one. I knew I drew a bunch of them. So let's see, bath first floor. But I need to show you guys one that's actually in the bathroom. Kitchen island pavilion. It's the kitchen island pavilion. Private bath. Okay, yeah, they had a freestanding tub in there. Walk-in closet. One room, window seats. Let's see. Bathroom first floor. Bathroom first floor. Two. Bathroom second floor. Game room. Refrigerator. Kitchen. I'll bring this one in because you can. No, you don't need that one. Kitchen. You have that one. Kitchen 1C. Kitchen island. Kitchen pavilion. Okay. So I think you guys have enough. I'll just bring this one in so you guys, we'll use this tub. When we go back to our drawing, where we're actually showing a tub. At the second floor, we're showing this tub here. So you just have a wall, and we can use that freestanding tub. So when you elevate this, you have your sink here, okay, which is basically what we're showing here, okay. You have your sink there, and next to it you have a tub, and then we'll show this elevation of just the toilet. So you have examples of that here, okay, except in this bathroom. And I'll get it set up so you guys can actually know what to draw. So let's go ahead and do that next, okay? All the other interior elevations that we want to show, we're going to show this guy here. So let's actually copy down some more. So at the first floor, we just want to show the kitchen. No, we're not going to do the fireplace. We're not going to do the utility. Even though typically we probably should do the fireplace. Let's see if I have something that you guys can go by to actually look at this. And I think if I didn't do it in this one, I know let's go to the first floor plan. So I'm going to go ahead and export this one because you guys will need it. Let's do an export here. I'm going to export the CAD file. This is going to be sent to you guys at this interior elevation number 3. So where we're going with it, we're going to desktop. Let's go to sync, Intel, HCC, 1317. This is interior elevation number 3. And I'll send all of this out for you guys to look at. See where my interior elevation markers. Okay, awesome. Yeah, we'll just close this out. That's enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up for you guys to draw your interior elevation. So I'm going to give you three go-bys, three inter-elevation go-bys to bring into your drawing. And basically you're going to draw them all just like we drew this one. It's not different. There's no difference at all, okay? So keep your head on the swivel for those drawings. We have this one set up, so you're going to actually show, and this is just an opening with some cabinets, okay, with some shelving. These are all deep shelves. And this is your refrigerator, and this is your stove, all right? Refrigerator, stove. So at the second floor, let's go ahead and copy this guy. Let's go ahead and just kind of carve out what we want to elevate. And oh yeah, we'll do that bathroom. We won't elevate this little, well, we'll do them all because what's happening is we're putting together a set of construction documents. So we're going to have to elevate everything, right? So we need that. We also need to have some interior elevations here, especially in this guy. This is a big, huge bathroom. So let's copy this one. And I'll go ahead and get them oriented and set up so you guys can actually take off with the drawing. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 5 interior elevations. Okay. So what you do is let's rotate this guy northward. And I like to keep my drawings clean. So you want everything to be lined up, okay? It's just an aesthetic feature that my brain cannot process unless things are lined up. Even when I'm working out at the gym, let's say if I'm bench pressing, uh, if the bar is not lined up with the, let's say, ceiling grid, if it's crooked, it just messes with me, okay? So it's got to be straight. So let's go ahead and put this one right here. Let's go ahead and draw our line right here. And let's go ahead and take that out. Take the door out. Just take it out. Let's go ahead and do this. You know what? I got to say this to Family Worship Center. Donald Trump is going against Israel. How can y'all support that? And God didn't tell me to go and work for the government. Nah, listen, I know what I've been called to do. And I'm saying this to the world. You better know what you've been called to do, or other people will tell you what they think you ought to be doing, that's bullshit in my book. I know who I am. I know what I've been called to do. People don't want to accept the truth. Well, it is what it is. Like I said, Donald Trump is on a Chinese payroll. I don't care what it looks like. I'm going to put it in the Modern Spiritual Warfare 7, okay? Make no mistake about it. It's going in there. Everything that I've studied. Then you will see why I'm saying what I'm saying. Then you will see why I'm taking the stance that I'm taking. As stated, is your faith in God, or is your faith in Donald Trump? What the fuck? And I'll actually show this for you guys. We'll go here. I'm gonna go ahead and draw this profile because I know I don't have an example for you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and just draw it in. Yeah. And what you're gonna do is, this is that countertop. So let's go ahead and RAY, project this line down. So basically, this is where your so we're basically cutting through a countertop right here. So we'll just go ahead and add a hatch there. And then let's go ahead and make it. Yeah. So you can just project, drop your toilet in, put your ceiling heights. We're doing 10-foot ceiling heights, okay? 10 foot. That's all we need. We're not going to show this one because, well, now this is your cabinets, okay? This is going to be just like we showed in the kitchen, okay? And you'll have one that'll actually show that. Let's go ahead and move this one down. So you can copy this one here, okay? Okay? So we have one there. Let's go back and look at that second floor. Yeah, okay, that's what we're drawing now. Okay, so we need that. Yeah, we need to show this one. But for right now, we'll leave that one because right now you're showing this, and you're showing this, and you're showing this. Um, for this one, let's just go ahead and show this one. Okay, yeah, that's a wall right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and just do setup. Okay, yeah. And I'll just project that wall down for you guys. Let's go ahead and move this. Okay, let's continue. So I'm just getting this set up for you guys to draw it. Now let's go ahead and move this guy over. And we're not going to worry about that other one because it's typical. We may throw it in as some extra credit. But you want to go ahead and R-A-Y. Let's go ahead and project this line down. We're going to show a wall right here. So we'll project both of these lines. I'll show you guys how to show that. And then we're going to show this line right here. Okay. And then let's go ahead and offset 10 feet. Offset 10 feet. Okay. So now go ahead and trim this, trim that, trim that, trim that, trim that. Let's trim these. Let's go ahead and delete this now. Okay. And type in REC and draw a rectangle. Okay. Because this is a wall, so you want to hatch that. Just so we can show that, hey, there's a wall there. And I think we're showing that same hatch. And that we can put this one at 10. No, scale 10. Yeah, show that it's a hatch there. Show that it's a wall. On this side, we'll show that garden tub that we talked about. Okay. And on this side, we'll show the sink with some cabinet work. So it's pretty much essential to what you're going to have here. You'll just take this and you'll explode it and you'll drop it in and you'll stretch it and pull it and, make it look like what it should look like. Okay. So that is for that interior elevation. Okay. So let's go ahead and so you guys won't be confused. Yeah. So there you have it. So you have 1, you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 interior elevations that you have to draw. I've drawn one of them for you, so the same principle and techniques will apply for these. Okay. I will send you all of the drawings that you need to bring in to use as go-bys, and that's pretty much essentially it. Okay. So I think this video is probably about 2 hours long, but I've gotten it set up for you guys to actually go ahead and draw your interior elevations. Okay, good stuff, guys. Looking forward to seeing you guys pretty soon.